Hi, this is Niranjan, Showman here, and I teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that is the web language of web designing, or you can say web programming. Then I teach software engineering, that is C, C++, and Java, and I teach animation, VFX, and Final Cut Pro, FCP. Even I teach French, Spanish, and German from past 20 years in Mumbai at Nallasopara at my institute, Cromosys, Cromosys, Cromosys. And my contact number is 9561450045. Here in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can learn HTML5, Hypertext Markup Language 5, that is the latest version of HTML5. Let's see. As you want to learn web programming, so web programming is divided in two phases. One is basic and another one is advanced. In basic, you have to learn three programming language, or you can say web language. First, it starts with HTML5, the latest one in 2020, and after that you can learn CSS, and the next one is JavaScript. When you are done with this, then you can go for Perl and PHP, in which Facebook is made, and the last one is Python, 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 in which YouTube is made. So let's start with HTML5. For this, you need to have only basic knowledge of computer. You do not need to have advanced knowledge of it, but only basic knowledge. And you can download my book from Amazon, that is Teach Yourself HTML5 by Niranjan, Showman. That's the book. I repeat, Teach Yourself HTML5 by Niranjan, Showman. You can download it from Amazon.com. HTML5 starts in Notepad. You can work either on Windows 10 or on Windows 7 or even on Windows XP also. By simply opening Notepad, and you have to go through the instructions like the coding that you need to type in Notepad. Once you type the coding, you have to save it as web file, not as general Notepad file, and that makes it as a kind of a web page. When you save it on desktop, then you can open it through Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox. That is called the basic, the fundamental, the beginning of a kind of web programming, and it starts with HTML5. I tell you that some people do web designing in Dreamweaver, or they do online kind of things. But if you do not understand the coding what's going on in the background of a web page, then you will not be called a web developer. You will be merely called a web designer, the frontline designer. So it is always advisable that you should learn the programming, the fundamental, and that starts by coding in Notepad. The first lesson as it starts, that you should understand the coding kind of thing that begins with like the HTML, then head. When you type HTML, that means it happens to be HTML file. Then you have to type the head, and then you have to start the text over there, the text that you want to be presented on a web page, and then you have to close the heading. Then you have to start body part, and then after typing the body part, then you have to close the body part, and at the end you have to close the HTML tag as well. This is a video wherein exactly saying what you have to type is not possible, because I'm just giving you an idea that how you can start learning HTML5. You need to have the instruction, you need to have the coding on screen, or you need to have a kind of printed book in hand. Always you have to start with the beginning. Do not just jump over the next page or you do something from the middle. No, you have to start from the very beginning. That was why you should write in coding HTML, why you should write in head, which is HEAD, and why you need to type in BODY, and how to open it and how to close it. That's the fundamental of the HTML5. Remember that. When you advance further, like to the next lesson, in next lesson you will learn about validating documents kind of thing. So, and after that you have to go through employing an HTML editor, that how you can edit certain things if you have done some mistake and you don't know what kind of mistake you have done in your coding document in Notepad. Then when you apply editor in HTML, editor itself finds out what kind of mistake you have done, and it rectifies the mistake, and then it allows you to save the file as a web page. Then so many other instructions, so many other kind of coding you have to go through. Chapter 2 starts with providing web page information, what kind of information you want to provide in your web page. Then it goes to what kind of design, like you want to make certain text bold or italic or underline, or you have to put some kind of color, background color kind of thing. That is available in the next chapter. Then you have to learn how to edit, how to insert picture in your web page, what kind of rotation, what kind of size, and what kind of in framing you want to present it in HTML. Then in the next lesson you can learn that how you establish hyperlink in your web page, that if someone clicks then it leads to another page, that's called hyperlink, and so many other things. How you can connect it with CSS, and how JavaScript connects with your HTML5. So remember that I tell you again that my name is Niranjan Showman, and I teach HTML5, CSS, JavaScript, that is web programming, and I teach software engineering, that is C, C++, and Java, and I teach animation, VFX, and FCP, Final Cut Pro, and foreign languages like French, Spanish, and German from past 20 years in Mumbai at Nallasopara at our institute, Cromosys, C-R-O-M-O-S-Y-S, Cromosys. You can contact me on my number, that is 9561450045, and you can download my book from the internet, from Amazon, by typing Teach Yourself HTML5, the latest version, HTML5. You can download from the internet and follow the instructions, follow the coding each lesson gradually, and you will learn everything about HTML5. I always like to invite people, those who want to start our franchise, like if you want to start a kind of computer programming, web programming, and animation training at your place, or else foreign languages like French, Spanish, and German training center at your place anywhere in India or in the world, you can contact me also for that. So Remember that web programming, when you learn it, it enhances your career. You become a web developer or you become a web programmer. You can frame, you can design, you can develop, and basically you can create. That's the thing. You can create, not only design, but you create a web page by inserting the coding that it requires in the lesson of web programming. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.